So hello, this is part 2, and today we are gonna try to understand the JavaScript. JavaScript is, let's say, the most important part of the front end. CSS is actually pretty important because of all the animations and so on, but still, JavaScript is the main player, let's say. So let's dive into our code where we stopped like a day before or a week before, not sure. So here is what we had before, and to write the JavaScript, what is JavaScript? Let's start with it. Like first, let's start this one with live server to remember where we are. Okay, so this is where we are. This and to like understand what JavaScript does is that let's say we have this 4 containers over here. In case we wanted to delete one of those, we could use JavaScript. Like we could create a button and remove one of the containers. So that's how JavaScript works. It can do lots of things, but we can start with the most simplest things. So let's open our cursor editor and start writing JavaScript. So first I'll just create a new file, which this would be called script.js. It needs to have the JS extension. The rest is up to you, but as this is a default project, we would just call this script.js as it's supposed to be. So here, what we could write is that, let's start first of all, let's start with the variables. The variables are like key to JavaScript. You can write variables like var. You see, it suggests, the AI suggests what we need to write, but right now it's not correct. So we have, we can write var apple 10, let orange 20, and const banana 30. So the thing is, the constants, they are not changeable, let's say. So if you name constant, you won't change it. Like there are cases when you change constants too, but it's not the constant itself, but inside you are doing some operations. So let you call the variable let when it can be changed, and this is quite old way of calling the variable. I will not go deep into why this was changed, but for now let's use let orange, which is 10. Okay, not O, but orange, like this. So there is one quite, let's say, useful thing in JavaScript, which can help us a lot all along the way. This is the console log. So if we go here and type console log orange, this would come up into the console. So what does this code do at all? Like if we opened up it with the live server, actually we have it here. Like if we go here, we see that it probably does nothing because this script file is not in the index. If we add the script, and you see it suggests from where it needs to be imported. So let's go with it and open it up. Okay, you see it gave us 10 because it runs the JavaScript code here, like as it is imported, it goes through it and it consoles up log what we wrote here. So we can say and we put it like this. So yeah, if now we will refresh, no, we don't even need the refresh. So here's amount of oranges are 10. So the code in JavaScript is read from the top to the bottom. So if we right now do this, as it's like as the AI suggested, what it will do, like it will run from the top to the bottom. There are many ways to change this, like you can use the async code and so on, like or set timeout, um, set the intervals and so on. Like it depends on many cases. No, but let's just don't overcomplicate everything for now. And yeah, let's stick with the plan. So basically what JavaScript does is that it calculates, manipulates, and validates the data. So you can also update the HTML, like HTML and CSS, depending from what you need. For example, like if we had here in the HTML, like let's write down another div, or maybe not on this line, but after this one, let's write down div and give it ID of box 5, let's say. We save it, and now in the script.js, as we have access to this file, we can write down such kind of thing, document. Yeah, and you see the AI suggests, like it already knows what we are, like what we need to do with this box. But instead of hello world, let's say cursor is here, as cursor suggested it's here. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, right now it's container 5, right? Yeah, it's container 5, and why it is happening? Okay, so now we gotta find out why it did not work. Like if you see, like the console gave us an error. Like when JavaScript code can't run, it gives us errors in the console. This is quite helpful thing. So we could do two things. Like we could use the AI, a built-in AI, and ask why this code did not work. But I already have a suggestion. This is because like the script executes like before we have this like container running. So before this is created, script is already run. Actually, it should be here. But thing is, like if we move this one over here, it should run. And let's see. Yeah, cursor is here. But let's bring this back up here, and let's ask AI why our code is not working. Like let's copy this error, let's paste it over here, and ask it why our code is not working. Okay, we ask it like I have a script file which has this which tries to populate box 5, but it fails. Do you know why? And let's see the answer. You see, it's already gathering some information. Looking at HTML, you have a div with ID box 5, but the script is likely trying to access it before the DOM is fully loaded. Exactly what I said. So that's why it's happening. So if we move this down here, it will work. Like cursor is here. So yeah, this is quite helpful. What else can we do? Like with the JS, we can make some calculations. Like okay, let's delete those ones. And imagine we want to count all the like we want to count all the fruits that we have. So oranges, apples, and bananas. So how would we count it? Like we could do console log orange plus apple plus banana, and let's also add the string to it. Okay, all the fruits amount, and let's say okay, and let's check what we have here. All the fruits amount is 60, and it counted it. There we go. But that's not the usual way how this works. Like you can't just put console logs everywhere, and it's also for debugging like purposes. And in development, you do it a little bit different. So right now, what I'm we would need to introduce the functions. But okay, I'll introduce one function and then we can jump to more details about the JavaScript. So here, function. Okay, it suggests AB, but we need like 3 arguments for the function. But function itself is okay, let's do it on the example thing. So we put here A, B, and C, or we could actually name it as we are counting fruits, not add, but count total fruits, and we could add here fruit 1, fruit 2, and fruit 3. Okay, and it already suggested what it does. So here we go. We have a console here. Count total fruits, orange, apples, and bananas. So when we send it as an argument to the function, this function will get those arguments, then values of those variables, and it will return the total value of it. So here we should get 60. And if we take a look, here we have a 60. Okay, if we did not have the console log here, the function would not fire at all because this function needs a call to be triggered. For example, like we could put the console log here, console log. We don't need to return anything. It just console logs the total amount of fruits. But if we go here, there's nothing that is happening because this is the description of function. But if we don't call the function, it doesn't do anything. And the code just reads it and doesn't execute anything. So here we need to call the function like this with the arguments that needs to be sent. And yeah, we have 60. This function can be used anywhere, and we can use like anything, any variables to count. Like we can have, I don't know, peach 40, and we could exchange orange into the peach and it would still work the same way because it doesn't care which fruits are need to be counted. So there we go, 19, 90. So what else? Like yeah, okay, we also could do like if we send 4 arguments for this function, it would still be 60 because it doesn't like expect this argument, so it doesn't care about it. If we send less arguments, let's say like this one, it's none because there are not enough arguments, so it doesn't work at all. Okay, what here also what we did, as you see, this is the comment. Like you can put comment like this, and this would like make the like it won't be seen by the executor, let's say, for now. If we put comment over here too and call the function still like this, nothing would happen because it's commented out and it doesn't work. The function is called, but whatever is in the comments, it doesn't work. So yeah, we don't need this. Okay, there's also like if you just do such a thing, you could just put it and it will comment out everything else. You just need control and slash. All right. All right. So it's been a little bit messy. This is explanation. So what I think is that we should have started with the syntax of JavaScript, but yeah, let's dive into it. So to begin with, like we already have seen how we start, like how we create variables, like how do we assign a value to the variable, and how to use it. Like we could also do such a thing. Let's see, assign to it apple plus banana plus peach, and if we console log z, or maybe we call it total, it would still give us a total number. So this is how we assign the variable with assign operator, which is this one. This assigns the value to the variable, and yeah, that's how we use it. Like in JavaScript, we have numbers, like as you see, but we can also have like 10.5, yeah, like this. Let's say this one, make it 4, and let's see what we will get here. Yeah, you see, it still counts it correctly. We have also strings in JavaScript, and you saw the example of it. So if we do console.log, let's say 10, you see, this is 10 also. We come here and this is 10. You see, even the color is different, so it suggests there's something different between them because this is string and this is the number. So if let's say this was 10 and we had like let string equals to 10, okay, also let's do let number equals to 10. Okay, so let's console logs, not everything, so we can remove this one, 10, but instead of 10 we just use string, and we also console log the number, so 10 and 10. So in JavaScript, so the string and number, they are different, and if we compared them and we have comparison operators like this, or equals or not equals, there would be different outputs. So in case, let's console log string is equal to number, so it says true. But if we like want to compare them exactly as they are. So log string equals to number, right? So this is false. And you know why? Because this is number and this is string, and they are different. And they act also different in JavaScript. Now what we are gonna do, let's use other operators that we know, and let's console log all of them. So console.log string plus number, console.log string minus number, console.log string number, console.log number. And I'll just comment this out. Also will comment those out, and let's see what is string plus number, what it will do. Like, what do you think what it will be? Okay, so you see what did happen? It doesn't calculate it as a number, but instead it added 10 to 10, and it changed the like type of the number into the string and added it. So that's why I'm saying that the string and number, they are different. So we should remember that. Let's go here. If we do like this, what will happen? So in this case, it became 0, because in this case, the string became the number. So yeah, that's why it's a little bit tricky. Let's try this one also. You see, again, string became a number. And let's try this one. And here we have 1, because also string became a number. It converted it behind the scene. So that's how it works, and that's why we need to like have we need to understand the difference between strings and numbers, because they are different, and yeah, it can be sometimes quite messy, or it can cause a lots of bugs when you just have a different type of those two variables, and you just don't pay attention. Like, you don't write code usually like this, but when you receive some value which is a string, and you expect a number and you don't check it, yeah, it can get messy. So what else can we do? Like, we could combine like strings with numbers. Let's say, let's add another string, const name, first name John, and last name Doe. And now let's try and console log first name, last name. And here, I don't know, we could put just number. I don't know why it needs to be number between the first name and second name, but let's see. John Doe 10. Okay, and it is all together. So let's just add some space between them. This is empty space, but we need to add plus, and like this. Okay, it doesn't work, right? Yeah, let's, oh yeah, because, okay, it formatted it, because we need to add the space. So yeah, you see, John Doe, and it adds 10. But if we put this around the number, it would mean that it would be string number instead of variable number. So this is also quite important, not to forget about such things. I know that it's altogether quite like complex, I would say, at the first glance, but you will understand it, and then it's so easy you can just even imagine. It just takes some time. I just want to add one more thing about JavaScript basics. Like this is very basics, and then we could jump into more details of JavaScript. It's quite complex thing, and yeah, most of the time you will be working with JavaScript if you plan to be a front-end dev. And yeah, what I wanted to mention is that JavaScript is case sensitive. So you see here we have first name, but if I put down the first name like this one, you see it already like changed the color. It suggests that we need to use this camel case. And let's see what we have here. You see the first name is not defined. Why it's not defined? Like for us, this is the first name, this is the first name. They are kind of same, but no, it's not, because it's case sensitive. So we have to pay attention to what we write. And there are usually lots of syntax errors in the code. Yeah, now it works. Let's bring the error back. Let's do such a thing. Yeah, and it says not defined. The syntax errors are a bit different, but this one, yeah, the first name is not defined because this first name is no variable. So if we edit const first name, not John, but Jonathan, okay, it would work. Jonathan 10 dot. All right, so we understand why it's case sensitive. All right, I think this is all for now. Like, there's quite some things that you would need to remember. Like, you can always use all of like this, let's say, window to make it help. We just don't need it yet, but as you see, like, it suggests a lot of coding, but it's very important for the beginning that you understand what are you writing. Otherwise, for this agent, it's really easy to write all of this code on its own. It usually struggles with pretty complex things, but for the simple stuff, it's just way better. But the thing is, you need to understand, so you need to use it less. It will suggest some things, but keep asking it why you are writing it, why it's happening on the terminal and on the screen. And yeah, one more thing I wanted to show you. If you click on the control and there is a button under escape button, this one, if you like, it writes down this mark. So if you click control and that button, it will open up the terminal. So you don't need to go over here every time. And in here, you just type node and script.js, I guess. And yeah, you see, it runs down the code and it consoles log whatever we have here. And it ignores this one because it's comments. All right, I think that's enough for now, and we will meet in the next one.